It's about you saying, okay, I can do this. So let me do this. Let me do this. Let me not consume so much, read so much, and everything like that. And then to the point like I get paralyzed and I get used to just watching. I get used to just reading. I get used to just consuming rather than thinking, oh, I should start producing now. This video needed to find you before the end of January 2025. Even me just saying this right now, it feels surreal. How did we already get to the end of January 2025? It feels like the year just literally started last week, about a week ago. And now we're already like a month in. And that is why you have to stop consuming and start producing. This year is the year for you to be hyper productive, not on just producing content, but producing things, reproducing yourself. It's about you working on yourself, you getting to that 2.0 version of yourself. But if you're already looking back right now and like at the end of January and you're thinking, what did I produce this month? What did I work on when it comes to working on myself this month? Then it is a no-no. Then this is a wake-up call that we all need. Whether if it's even if we are producing something, are we producing enough that we can produce? Or we just playing it small or whatever the case may be, which is okay. If you haven't been producing for God knows how many years, then cool. But this is about getting to another level. So if you haven't produced, then it's beautiful to start small. But if you've been producing and you have just been complacent when it comes to your productivity activity, then you gotta push it up to the next level. And in this video right here, I will give you few actionable steps to be productive or more productive in general. So stick with me, because this year we're focused on making this your best year yet. But you can only do that only if you start taking the steps and you start being devoted to yourself. So before we even get into this video, I just want to tell you a story about where I was when I wasn't being productive and I was just steady on consuming things. I didn't feel purposeful and I was so asleep that I was here working at this 9-to-5 at McDonald's, being proud of me accomplishing having the Employee of the Month award and everything, not knowing that I'm not just an employee. I'm not supposed to be working at this McDonald's for the rest of my life. That is not my purpose. Because I will go work there 12-hour shifts just so I can come back home tired. And at the end of the month, feeling like, yeah, I've accomplished something, which is what? Just some money. But truth be told, what did I put out into this world? God placed me in this world or planted me in this world for me to bring something out of me, using my gift, my talents, my skill, my mindset, my consciousness to produce something that the world hasn't seen yet or hasn't consumed yet in the way that I'm able to produce it. And that goes the same thing for you. You have this dream in your mind, this dream in your heart, this gift, this calling inside of you that's looking to come out. But if you use your time, which is things I must experience, to consume things, to work for something that is not necessarily your sole purpose, then you have to re-evaluate where you're using your time the most. And it's okay to have a 9-to-5 too, if you're using that 9-to-5 to sustain your dream, your passion, your purpose, your business. That is beautiful. But you don't want to live a life where you just been part of somebody's dream, which is, once again, if you think that necessarily that's your purpose, beautiful. I'm speaking to the ones that know that there's something within them, that even when they go to that 9-to-5, they feel dead inside. If that is you, then this video is for you. If you are going to a 9-to-5 and you're feeling dead every single time and it's sucking energy out of you rather than giving you life, then this is for you. But if you're happy, going to the 9 to 5, whether if it's at McDonald's or whatever it can be, you're like, yeah, I'm happy. I'm gonna be the best employee ever, and you don't feel lost at all, then hey, maybe this stuff for you, right? But if this is how you feel, whether it's feeling drained, whether it's like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I got to do this, rather than I get to do this. If you have that, I got to do this, I got to go to work because of I gotta pay the bills, I gotta go to work because I gotta feed the kids, I gotta go to work, rather than I get to go to work because I all this stuff, then I'm telling you, you gotta stay close and listen closely, because this is for you. Whether if it's the universe, whether if it's the algorithm, whether if it's God, is speaking to you to let you know, because you have been procrastinating. And there's no other sweeter way to say it, besides you have been procrastinating, and it's time to wake up now. Your 2.0 version of yourself, your higher version of yourself, your greatest version of yourself is waiting for you to show up. It's waiting for you to make a video and be like, yo, today is the day that I decided to commit myself to a better me, commit myself to living my life purposefully. And then you look back and you're like, whoa, I'm so glad that I woke up that day feeling like so, and staying committed to that day, to that vibration, to that determination. Because I'm telling you, I've been there. I genuinely been there many different times. It's like sometimes you wake up and you start doing and producing, and then at one point in time you get lost in that production, that you feel like you're hitting that plateau thing, and it's okay, but because that is a sign for you to be like, I gotta step it up. The 2.0 version of me is gotta come back again. I gotta upgrade myself. I gotta update myself. The same way how every application on your phone, you gotta upgrade it at one point in time. The same goes for you. You are a masterpiece and a work in progress at the same time. So you're always progressing toward a better version of you. So if you're not growing, you're dying. So you doing the same thing all over again, this is not you growing. This is basically you staying dead, basically. This is stagnancy. This is living. And this is thriving. Do you see the difference? I'm living, which is beautiful. I'm thriving, which is even more beautiful. Because you're always going up. You're getting better and better and better. Looking back 1 year, few months from now, and thinking and saying, whoa, I've grown. Whoa, how much did I accomplish? Whoa, I cannot even recognize myself anymore. Right? That's the mentality where you want to be at. And that's where I was at one point in time, when I said, I gotta stop using all my time and energy for this job and not do anything that I'm passionate about, that has been calling me in, because I've been feeling depressed. At first I was excited, like, yeah, I'm getting all this, but then within me, something saying like, yo, Gio, you're more than this. And then I started releasing music. I started making music, creating something. I created music, something that I've been always passionate about, because I was always listening to music, whether it's going to work and everything like that. And I always felt like, yo, I can do this. I had this thing about myself when I was a little kid, that I always watched MTV, and I was like, yo, I could be like these people. I could be like the next Lil Wayne. I had that dream inside of me, right? But then going through life, I forgot about it. But then I had to come back to it, and I started listening to my inner child saying, let's do something that you used to love, that you always loved. Because you always been productive when you were little. You're always creating these little things, always thinking outside the box and started doing things. You had this entrepreneurial mindset of just producing things out of the blue. So start producing something that out of the blue that's in your mind. And I started creating music. And the first single that I released went on a TV series in the US, in Hollywood. At that point, I moved from being in the US to the UK. And I was like, you know what? I gotta start doing something with my life. I wanna put my mark in this world. And that's what I can be proud of. And I started releasing music. And then from having that single play on a TV series in the US in Hollywood, I went from having my other singles on the radio, on BBC radio, and things along those lines. And I was like, whoa, I enjoy this. I can be proud of this, right? And people are vibing to my music, singing along with me, or when they see me in the streets of City, they were singing my songs to me, and I'm like, yo, I felt amazing about it. I couldn't fathom the fact that I used so much of my time just doing something that nobody would recognize me for. Just my employer was recognizing me for, like, yeah, you're a good worker. That's it. But people that I don't even know basically was recognizing me for my music, and that was beautiful. And then at one point in time again, I fell back to the automation kind of way of living, not being conscious. But I was just working on unconsciously and just boom, and I felt plateau again. I felt like, but the things that I was consuming was more like self-development, and that's what it was. I was consuming a lot of self-development stuff, watching a lot of videos, reading a lot of books, all this stuff, and watching a lot of motivational speakers and inspirational speakers. And I was like, I can be like one of them. That's literally how I felt. It's like, I love this, and I can be like one of them. And then, fast forward, I had to wake up again and put myself out there as that person, as being a coach, as being that. And then, if you can see as of right now, I'm here coaching thousands and thousands of people, impacting thousands of people by just speaking, teaching them my knowledge that I gained through life, my journey. And I have my students now and everything like that, impacting the world in many different ways. Whether it's through speaking, whether it's through healing, I'm doing it. I'm producing, I'm helping, I'm changing people's lives. And that's something that's even more than just working for somebody. When you know that you're impacting somebody in a better way, seeing them from going from A to B, the point that they're looking to get to, I'm helping them, I'm assisting them doing that. And that's so rewarding. And that's what I realized, that was also a vision of mine when I was little. I just wanted to make people feel good and get better. That was me. And I know that you have the same dream. I know that you have the same passion. Whether if it's the dream of helping somebody or the dream of having an impact in this world. If it's through making the world sing, making the world dance, making the world a better place by healing them, whatever the case may be, but I know you have something inside of you. But you are wasting that by consuming things, thinking that you're not ready, but you've always been ready. See, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to become great. When I was consuming so much content on self-development, stuff like that, I was like, oh, I gotta get this a certificate to even be a coach. But my life was my certificate. My experience was my certificate. And that goes the same with you. If you were able to go from A to B at one point in time, that is enough. That's good enough for you to help somebody else get from A to B. That's your certificate. We're always feeling like we live in this world where like we gotta have this a diploma or something to play the part. But I'm telling you, sometimes there's being book smart, there's being street smart, and there's just being life smart. And you have life in you because you lived life. So it's about time that you put in that life to work. You've consumed enough life experience that now you can produce it by helping others, sharing your story. That is what I'm doing now with my videos. Sharing how I was able to manifest certain things, how I was able to get from A to B, how I was able to heal my inner child, how I was able to heal all these things. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm teaching. And I'm seeing people changing, have life-changing experiences through that. So it's time for you to do the same thing, whatever your calling is. And I'm going to give you here a few actionable steps for you to start producing. If you feel like, oh, Gio, but it's beautiful that you found your purpose, you found this. And truth be told, it's not just one purpose in life. Life is full of purpose. One day you can wake up and having a purpose to just being the greatest dad. The next day you can wake up and feeling like, I want to be the greatest healer. I want to be the greatest speaker. I want to be the greatest producer. I want to be the greatest singer. I want to be the greatest author. I want to be. You can be whoever you want to be. You just got to put your mind into it and believe that you can. You got to just get started, right? So If you got to this point in this video, I know once again that you are ready. Because the same person that if you're here scrolling through live, watching TikTok videos, you can be one of those TikTokers right there if it needs to be. You can be one of those Instagram sensations or YouTubers, whatever the case may be. Whatever you're consuming, you can also produce as well. So I'm gonna share with you a few actionable steps that will help you be more productive in 2025. Because before I even get to that, I'm just gonna let you know that all the seeds that are planted, they will start springing up soon, and we're getting closer to springtime. So if you're looking to retrieve the gifts that you've been planting, the actions that you've been planting, and be able to reap the fruits of your labor, it's time to start now. And that is why I'm not telling you needed to see this before the end of January. It's time for you to plant these seeds before spring comes, and then you have nothing to retrieve because you didn't do anything about it. So with that being said, let's get with it. First thing to be productive is about you being mentally ready already, that you're ready to produce something, right? And you probably tell me, but I don't know what to produce. What I don't even know what I'm good at. Start with something. Start with producing things that you're already consuming. If you're so passionate about watching all these TikTok videos and stuff like that, what is it about them that makes you like so addictive to it? Start producing something along those lines. You might have your favorite TikToker, your favorite YouTuber, your favorite whatever the case may be that you're consuming. Start creating something along those lines. If not, go back in the past and see what you were so passionate about at one point in time when you were a kid. What was that thing that you were craving for, that you had no fear and you just were like, oh my God, I'm enjoying this. Do that. Because you can monetize anything in life. I mean, we've seen it through TikTok, through YouTube, whatever. Somebody, even they have their weird talent, but it's that weird talent that's getting people to watch them, and they're enjoying what they're watching. So even if it's a weird talent or weird something that you can do it. You never know how you might impact people. Like there's people teaching people how to do backflips. There's a whole YouTube channel on how to do backflips. Or even I think I saw this TikToker that was using the jump rope, and he was doing all these techniques, and he was teaching people how to do these techniques through the jump rope. So you can teach anything, you can produce anything that you want. You just gotta know that you can. And truth be told, the thing that you're so scared of doing is the thing that will change your life forever. I'm telling you, I was scared of, like, at one point I was thinking like, oh, who would want to listen to my music? Oh, who would want to be taught by me? Am I even that influential? And truth is, I am. What a man thinks he can, and what a man thinks he can't, he's both equally right, no matter what it is. So if you believe you can, you will do it, and you will know that you will attract, because everything about you in your mind is what attracts whatever's outside. How you see yourself is how others will see you as well. I'm telling you. So with that being said, get with it. Get with the right mindset of knowing that you are that best YouTuber, the best rapper, the best artist, the best singer, the best author. You are that. And for you to even be the best, you gotta start with somewhere. So start with something. Start writing a page. Start writing a verse. Start writing something, and do that. Keep on working on that, because that's the only way you're gonna get better and better and better, right? So yeah, first step is produce whatever you're consuming. Start right there. At least do something. The second step is you gotta start small. Start wherever you're starting with. Don't think like, oh, I gotta get to be the best YouTuber now. I gotta get the best lights, everything, the best camera. No. If you watch my actual, I have another channel that have like over 73K subscribers. I was watching people react to things, and I used to enjoy that. And I'm like, I can do this. See, this is what it is. I always had to think of like, I can do this. So it's about you saying, okay, I can do this. So let me do this. Let me do this. Let me not consume so much, read so much, and everything like that. And then to the point like I get paralyzed, and I get used to just watching. I get used to just reading. I get used to just consuming, rather than thinking, oh, I should start producing now. So I literally built a whole community, over 73K subscribers on YouTube, based on me just doing reaction videos and stuff like that and sharing. And then from there, I went to share my music as well, and they enjoyed my music as well from there. So if I can do it, you can do it too. It only takes consistency, literally consistency. So start small and be consistent, because you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to become great, which leads me to what I said. Like, if you watch my first videos I released, it was so cringe. I'm like, I couldn't even really talk to a camera like that. I was like, I couldn't even really watch my videos back. But people were enjoying it. So I'm like, okay, cool. And then I only got better and better and better. So that's the same thing, just start and be consistent, and you're going to get better and better and better every day in every way, simply put. The third step that I'm going to tell you about, it's to set up your environment for success. That means your room, right? The place where you spend the most entire time. Make sure it's organized. Make sure it's set up for success to get you to be productive. If it's all messy, you don't even want to be getting out of bed, because it's like all messy. Like, oh, I don't want to, And what did it say? Your room is a reflection of your mind. So if your room is a messy room, you gotta organize it, because also your mind is messy. So you gotta organize that too. It all starts from within, and then it reflects outside as well, right? So make sure it's set up for success. Also, if you're mostly outside and you're thinking, how can I produce if I'm always outside and everything like that, then you have your phone. Produce by creating content over your phone. That is life changing. Just telling stories, you got that. You see my videos. If you see my videos, I produce while I'm literally driving outside. I'm still creating videos. When I'm taking a walk, I'm like, you know what? I gotta make this video. Boom. And I create a video. So you're not limited to just having the nice setup. You can be at work, you can be whatever the case may be, you can be and start producing something. When you have these ideas, write them down. Which leads me to the next step is, make sure you write a to-do list every night for the next day. That will keep you like, okay, what should I do today? Because you already wrote that last night. Check your list, your to-do list. When you have an idea, write it down. Put it down into paper already, because that will help you get to the next level. To make sure, like, oh, okay, I know what to do, rather than just me scrolling. Because, like I said, it can be addictive, and you can just there scrolling, you not knowing that, oh, shoot, I'm supposed to be doing something today. I'm supposed to be producing something. Did I get that thing done yet? No. Okay, let me get to it. And then if I want to consume something later, I can do that. But first, work hard, then you play hard. Do you see what I'm saying? And last but not least, this is a pivotal step. It's the mindset. You gotta heal whatever's blocking you for thinking that you're not good enough to produce whatever you're consuming. When 2020 was hitting and Corona was happening, I couldn't get a haircut. So I had to learn how to cut my own hair. To the point, like, I was proud of my own haircuts. Obviously, I started off with like, what is this? But I got better and better and better, to the point, like, now my friends was asking me, yo, can you cut my hair? So I was then being productive and by cutting their hair, and they were happy with it. So I'm like, yo, shit, I'm happy too that you're happy. You see what I'm saying? It all starts with whatever you're doing and you think that somebody can benefit from. Literally. You might think that nobody can, but you might think so because you might think that whatever you're doing is not valuable. But whatever you're doing, it is valuable. Your voice is valuable. Your story is valuable. You just gotta know it, and then you will make it valuable. But if you don't know that it's valuable, then of course, you're gonna think like, oh, whatever. But when you then share your story, whether it's to your own friend, like, oh my God, I needed to hear this. Oh my God, thank you so much. I've learned so much from your story. That is powerful. So you have to know that. So there's things that is in your mind that are blocking you. There's blockages that are not helping you produce things. They're not helping you manifest things. They're not helping you be the best version of yourself. Whether if it's childhood traumas, whether if it's the bad programming, there's something there that needs to be cleared out. So you have to, whether if it's do some shadow work, write things down, find a therapist, find a life coach, do something, invest in yourself, because your health is your wealth. And through your health, through you being healthy, not just physically, but mentally as well, you're able to act on things right away. When an idea comes, like, you know what, I gotta do it, let me do it, because there's no fear behind it. There's no procrastination, there's no bad habits, there's no blockages there that are thinking, oh, that's not good enough for me. But the idea came to you for a reason. So you're meant to be doing this. This video came to you for a reason. So you're meant to be acting upon this message. And with that being said, I want to share with you a beautiful, wonderful opportunity that will help you become the best version of yourself. Throughout me telling you about this opportunity, I'm going to be sharing with you the testimonials of people that have experienced something so powerful. So with that being said, this is a free, I'm telling you, free masterclass. So there's nothing for you to pay, but you show up literally and gain so much knowledge, so much actionable steps on what you can do to better yourself and make this 2025 your best year yet on a whole other level. Manifest the life that you want, manifest the healing that you require to be the best version of yourself. You can do it all by making sure you attend this free masterclass, and then you will be able to have the tools. So if you're looking to hear more about this, all you gotta do is literally click the link in the description down below, or even in the pinned comment section. And like I said, it's free. So you have nothing to lose, but a lot to gain. And I'm telling you, you will gain so much. This was life-changing for me. That's why I'm sharing it with you as well. It changed my life. It changed a lot of people's lives, as you can see from the testimonials. And it is something that will help you be more productive, be the best version of yourself, and show up in this world as you're meant to be, freeing yourself from all the programming, freeing yourself from all the traumas that are holding you back from being the best version of yourself. So with that being said, I will see you there, okay? Click the link in the description down below, and I'll see you there. I'm on to the next one, so make sure I stay blessed. Don't stress. Life is great, you feel me? Just do what you do best. Shine bright. Hey, it's been your boy Gio, and I'm out. Peace.
Black beat in your swag, I said go. Black beat in your swag, yeah. Black beat in your swag, I said go. Black beat in your swag, black beat in your swag, I said go. Black beat in your swag, yeah. Black beat in your swag, black beat in your swag, I said go. Black beat in your swag. One time for your mind, one time for your soul. Can you feel that? Or can you feel that? One time for your mind, one time for your soul. Did you hear that? Or did you hear that?